Have you ever noticed someone who always sits alone? Maybe you've passed them in your school cafeteria or at the park and wondered what their story is. Let me tell you about Leo. He was just a teenager living in a quiet town tucked between green hills. He spent most days on an old wooden bench beneath a willow tree at the edge of the park. If you saw him, you might think he liked being alone. But here's what no one knew. Leo had just lost his parents in a terrible accident and was placed in foster care. He felt invisible, like the world kept turning while he stood still. One rainy afternoon, Leo sat there, soaked and silent. Most people walked past, umbrellas up, eyes down. But not Mr. Bennett. He was a retired teacher, gentle and wise, who noticed things others missed. He stopped, handed Leo his umbrella and said, "You don't have to say anything, just know that you matter." Leo didn't reply. But the next day he was back on the bench, and so was Mr. Bennett. Day after day, rain or shine, Mr. Bennett sat beside Leo. Sometimes he brought a sandwich, sometimes a story. At first Leo only nodded, then he whispered a few words. And then, they started having real conversations. Mr. Bennett helped Leo with homework. He encouraged him to draw again, something Leo hadn't done since his parents died. He took him to art galleries and showed him how to apply for scholarships. Slowly, Leo started believing in himself again. Years later, Leo stood on a stage as valedictorian at his university graduation. He looked out at the crowd and said, "This degree isn't just mine. It belongs to a man who sat beside a boy on a bench and reminded him that kindness can build a bridge back to life." Mr. Bennett, now in a wheelchair, watched from the front row, tears in his eyes, pride in his heart. Here's what I learned. A small act of kindness, even just sitting beside someone, can pull them out of darkness. Kindness doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes, it just means being there, quietly, when someone needs it most. So next time you see someone alone, remember, you have the power to change their story.